with another video. This time, it's Overwatch characters ranked from 1 all the way to, let's see, 27. And in first place, we have Bastion with his Sentry, configuration Sentry, which does damage 6 to 20, and he shoots 4 to 15.35 per second, which the highest damage he does is 525 per second, and that's a lot. Configuration Recon, his primary damage only does 6 to 20, but also does 6 to 20 damage, but he does 8 per second, which equals 48 to 160 damage per second. And in second place, we have Reaper with his Hellfire shotgun. His damage is 2.227. No, his damage is 2 through 7 damage per pellet, and he shoots out 20 pellets, which equals his total 40 to 140 damage, and he does 2 shots per second, and his DP, damage per second, is 80 to 280 per second. Then number 3 is McCree with his Fan the Hammer, or his secondary fire. Fan the Hammer, which damages 13.5 to 45, and then his shots per second is 6. So damage per second is 81 to 270 damage. And his Peacekeeper, or his primary damage, is 21 to 70. He shoots 2 per second, and his damage per second is 42 to 140. So, number 4 is Tracer, and with her pulse pistols, 3 to 12 damage per shot. And then for her damage per second is 60 all the way to 240. And I thought she was actually pretty weak, but she's pretty powerful, it being in 4th place on this list. And number 5 is Zenyatta with his Orb Volley, his secondary attack. He does 46 damage per orb, but his max is 230 per volley. So, and that's what puts him in 5th place. And his Orbs of Destruction, or his primary attack, his damage is 46, and he shoots 2.5 per second, which equals 115. And so number 6 now is Junkrat with his Frag Launcher. His direct hit is 120, but his shots per second is 1.66, and what's by that? His total damage per second is 199.2, which is pretty high still. So, in number 7 is Roadhog with his primary scrap gun, his damage is 1.33 to 6 damage per pellet, but yeah, a lot of pellets per shot, which in total his damage is 66.66 to 150 damage per shot. But he shoots 1.3 shots per second, which is his total damage per second is 195. And his scrap gun secondary, not very good. His damage is 50 per shot, and shots per second is 1.3, the same. But his damage per second in total is 65. Yikes, not very good. Then in 8th place, we have Torbjorn with his rivet gun secondary. No, I don't think his turret is really good, but it really isn't. It only does 56 damage per second. But his primary does 70 per shot, and he has 1.67 shots per second, which equals 116.9 damage per second. And then his rivet gun secondary does 6 to 15 per pellet, and total is 60 to 150. And then his shots per second is 1.25, so his total damage per second is 75 to 187.5 on his rivet gun secondary. Now in 9th place, we have Soldier 76 with his heavy pulse rifle. His damage is 5.7 to 9 per second, which he shoots 9 per second, and then the total is 171 damage per second. With Sombra coming in at 10, Sombra's machine pistol damage is 2.5 to 8, but she shoots 20 per second, which is fast. And the total that equals 48 to 160 damage per second. And in number 11 comes Diva and her fusion cannons. Her fusion cannons only do 0.6 to 2 damage, but she shoots 11 per shot, which equals 6.6 to 22 damage per shot, and she does 6.67 shots per second, which equals a total of 44.022 to 146.74 damage per second. And her light gun, when she's baby Diva, is damage per second is 14. She shoots 7 shots per second, which is a total of 98 total damage per second. And then number 12 is Orisa with her fusion driver. Her damage is 11, and she shoots 12 shots per second, which is a total of 132 damage per second. And in 13th place is Farah with her rocket launcher. Her damage directly is 120, and she shoots 1.1 shots per second, which means her total damage is the same as Orisa's, but sure, she has to get a direct hit, so it's less likely. So 132. That's why I put her at 13th. Plus, everyone loves Orisa more. I do. Widowmaker in 14th place with her Widow Kiss Assault gun, which is her primary shot. Her damage is 13, but she shoots 10 per second, which means her damage per second is 130. Her Widow's Kiss Sniper, though, is 12 to 120, so a little less. I still prefer the Sniper, though. And in 15th place, we have, let's see, who's in 15th place? Hanzo with his Storm Bow, which his damage when fully charged is 125, but he only shoots 1 per second, so his damage per second is 125. So 16 now is Symmetra with her Photon Projector. She does 7.5 to 15 to 30 damage per hit. She 4 hits per second, which means she does 30 to 60 to all the way up to 120 damage per second. And then in 17th place is 17th place. Can't find 17th place. Okay, guess I can't find it. Just move on to 18th place, Doomfist. Oh wait, no, 17th place, I remember, is Mercy. Surprising. She beats a lot, 10 more people ahead of her. And her gun, not her healing, but her gun actually does 100 damage per second, which is a lot more than everyone, behind her. Yet her Caduceus blast their damage. Alright. Is 100 per second. Wait. Well, she's in 19th place. Okay, then in 18th place is Doomfist with 11 per pellet, and he shoots a total of 6 pellets, but you're most likely only going to get hit by half of them, so his total is 33. His total is 66 damage per shot, but you're only going to get hit by 3, so I'm going with 33. And his shots per second is 3, so his damage per second half is 99. His total is 198, which would put him a lot higher on this list, but you're only gonna get hit by half. And in 19th, for some reason, I got Mercy, but she isn't in 19th. She's in 17th. She has 100 damage, so I guess I skipped one person, a number. And number 20 is Zarya with her primary, which her particle cannon does 95 damage per second. On her particle cannon, her secondary fire does damage 45 per shots, so 45 damage per second, because she only does 1 shot per second. In 21st place is Genji with his shuriken. His primary damage is 28 damage per projectile, so his total is 84, and he only shoots once per second, so that's why he's on 21st. And in 22nd is Lucio with his sonic amplifier. His primary damage is 20 per projectile, and he does 4 projectiles per second, so 80 total damage per second. And in 23 is Reinhardt with his rocket hammer, which his damage is 75, and he only does 1 swing per second. So 24th place is Ana with her biotic rifle. Her damage is 60. She shoots 1.2 per second, so her total damage per second is 72. And then in 25th place we have Winston, or the test with his Tesla cannon, which does 60 damage per second. And then 26th place is Moira, which I thought she'd be better, but I guess she's not as strong as I thought. Her biotic grasp her damage is 50 per second. And then her damage orb thing does 50 per second, 200 max damage. So, but I'm not counting that. 50 per second. And then in 27th, or last place, is, you guessed it, Mei with her endothermic blaster. Her damage is only 45 per second. So, hope you liked the video, and I will go over it again. In last place is Mei, then 26th Moira, 25th Winston, 24th and Ana, 23rd Reinhardt, 22nd Lucio, 21st Genji, and 20th is Zarya, and 19th, no, didn't get 19th, and 18th is Doomfist, then in 17th is Mercy, then in 16th is Symmetra, 15th is Hanzo, 14th is Widowmaker, 13th is Pharah, 12th is Orisa, 11th is Diva, and then 10th is Sombra, and 9th is Soldier 76, 8th is Torbjorn, 7th is Roadhog, 6th is 6th is Junkrat, 7th is Roadhog, then 7th is Roadhog, 6th is Junkrat, then 5th is Zenyatta, 4th is Tracer, 3rd is McCree, 2nd is Reaper, and then 1st is Bastion with his Sentry. And that's my video. Those are the characters ranked from 1 all the way to 27, or technically 26. And then, yep, that's my video. Hope you liked it. And if you didn't, leave your comments. If you did, also leave your comments, and please subscribe.